Ladies and gentlemen, let us welcome the Chief Executive Officer of Beauty Psychology Center, Lebogang Fulda Selahle. She is a phenomenal woman with determination and expresses her bravery in a grateful manner. She never surrenders to the size or strength of life storms. A revolutionary thinker who always sees opportunities in crisis. She knows how to uplift her spirit when it has fainted and how to restart when things have been demoralized. She is an anchor to those around her as well as a preceptor. Therefore, let us take this opportunity to learn from her attributes.
Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. Today we are talking about self-worth. Self-worth also means self-respect. We're talking about self-worth because many people feel unworthy of being alive. They lost the meaning of life, hence the rate of suicide increases. Self-worth or self-respect means the value you give to your life. It also means the feeling that you are as important as other people and that you deserve to be respected and treated well. If your self-respect or self-worth is only derived from your work and achievement, you are likely to fall into mental melancholies such as depression if you happen to lose those objects. Different circumstances in life might cause one to feel unworthy. When you see people you outperformed at school who have now achieved more, it will affect your self-worth. When your colleagues jump you in job rank, it affects you. After committing abortion, people's worthiness is affected. They don't feel they're worth to be regarded as human beings. Some they don't even feel they're worth to be alive. And when we look at abortion, we should remember that it affects both men and women. In most cases, the male partner is the one to fund the abortion. The fact that they have funded it affects them. Self-worth also get affected after divorce. When one of the spouse look and say, I tried the best to can keep this marriage, but even after all that I've put as energy, as ways to save this marriage, I still failed. Now they see themselves as failures. Other factors that affect how people respect themselves could be committing a murder. Even when our business closed down, it affects us. Self-respect can also be affected by difficult childhood. There are people who have been rejected either by the biological parents or the step or adopted parents. Some people have been abandoned by their biological parents. Some were abandoned by their guardians. After people tried several types of businesses and they fail, it also affects them. Being a teenage dad, a dad who cannot provide because you still depend on your parents, it affects you. Being a teenage mom, A mom without parenting skill, it affects you as a mother, a teenage mother. Our jobs, our careers, our businesses, and marriages are not the driving force behind feeling worthy. Each one of us has a mission in this world. Your mission is specific and unique and is to be shared with the world, and the result of that is self-worth. The English word mission comes from the Latin word sending. Your mission reconciles you with yourself. Your mission teaches you to love yourself, accept yourself just the way you are, and stop hiding yourself from the world. Self-worth is when you change yourself from being your worst enemy into your best friend. You allow your historical blunders to be used to influence others in a constructive manner. There are people on this earth planet whom only you will be able to reach because of where you live and what you are made to be. We are worthy of being part of our nation when our life experiences encouragingly speak to others. Your past mindless faults or your past immoral mistakes, and also your past senseless slip-ups are echoing a message to others. They are speaking out to warn others to stop a bit and re-look into their ways of life. The seed of self-worth germinate and grow within you when you learn a lot from what happened to you. What have you learned from your past failure? What have you learned during the period where you found yourself without money? What have you learned during the episode of depression? What have you learned in pain and sorrow? What have you learned through waiting periods? When you were disappointed, what have you learned? What have you learned from being betrayed by the ones you trusted most? When we lose our mission, we start to question ourselves. What on earth am I here for? Being successful and fulfilling your life's mission are not at all the same issue. You could reach all your personal goals, becoming a raving success by the world's standard, and still miss your mission. Discover yourself and discover your mission on this earth planet. Without a mission, you are like a boat without a rudder. Everyone's life is anchored by something, guided by an assignment to accomplish. There are consequences of a wounded ego. A wounded ego, I mean a wounded self-worth. The consequence of a wounded self-worth is someone without a mission. Someone who is living a life driven by a problem. Someone who is living a life being under pressure, either from peer group or pressure from authority figures. A person who is living a life enforced by painful memories, a life moved by fear, or a life moved by an unconscious belief. What is really taking place in your inner court? What is really happening in your mind? By the inner court, I am referring to your mind. Are you driven by blame? People with issues of self-worth, some of them are being driven by blame. Such people unconsciously punish themselves by sabotaging their own success. They are wandering through life without a mission, wandering through life with little achievement. They are manipulated by their memories. These are the people who allow their past to control their future. This might be someone who tells himself or herself that because I have committed murder, that is why whatever I touch dies. I was just giving an example. As you check in your inner court, are you preoccupied with bitterness and anger? Everything in life counts. Everything that we permit into our minds, we permit in our hearts and lives counts. Everything we devote our time and money on has an impact on how we develop or expand our territory. If your thoughts are negative, remember and know that they are silently destroying your heart. Without even knowing it, you might be talking yourself to suicide. Bitter people and angry people hold on to hurts and never get over them. They rehearse their past pains over and over in their minds. Bitterness always hurts you more than it does the person who you are angry with. Mark Twain said, anger is an acid that can do more harm to the vessel in which it is stored than to anything on which it is poured. When you check in your inner court, are you not feeling worthy because you are beaten by deception? Growing up in a village My elders taught me and others that after we play in the woods, we must check ourselves for ticks. And this process requires that one go over every inch of your body gradually and wisely so. We were skilled that noticing a tick early might keep us from getting seriously ill. As we progress and improve in life, it is vital to persistently do a thorough internal self-examination. You have now entered into a new environment, and those bloodsuckers will jump on you. They come into your life in the name of friends or business partners or promoters of your business, but they are vampires. When your eyes open, you might find that you are deep into drugs. Temporarily, drugs will assist you forget about your past painful memories, but it is for a moment. Take truthful look at the way you live, how you think, and who or what motivate you the most. Feeling unworthy might also arise as a result of being obsessed with fear of failure. This may be as a result of past traumatic experience. People who have been sexually molested, I can mention them as an example. Or you are obsessed with fear of failure because of unrealistic expectations. In some families, some of the children are put under pressure. Maybe you are told that none of your siblings has a degree. You are going to be the first one in this family to make us proud because we know you are gifted, you are smart, you are intelligent. And they even come to a point of demanding a master's degree. Some of us, we are afraid of fear of failure, which affect your self-respect because of growing up in a high control home. Or fear of failure because in the past you have failed and you were judged and you were punished for that failure. Fear of failure can incapacitate us from going back to school. Fear of failure can incapacitate us from falling in love again or pursuing friendship. You are not sure if you will be able to do it, so you never even want to try. Some people feel unworthy because they are driven by fear of rejection and abandonment. Many people who have been disappointed in intimate relationships battle with fear of rejection, and some battle with fear of rejection and fear of being abandoned. They just imagine their partner or their spouse just leaving them or disappearing. Feeling unworthy because or fear of rejection might cause people to miss business opportunities. Their minds are preoccupied with ideas such as, what if they do not believe me or buy my products? Some people fear to discover themselves. Yes, some people fear to discover who they are. They fear to find out how powerful they are, or how talented they are, and how influential they can be. Feeling unworthy might also be rooted in materialism. For people who are feeling unworthy, their craving to attain material things become the greatest goal of their lives. The vigor to always want more is based on the misconception that having more will make them more pleased, will make them more significant, will make them extra confident, and all these ideas are untrue. These people are misinformed. Self-worth and net worth are not the same. And possessions only provide temporary happiness. Your worth is not determined by your valuables. They look upon what others have with hatred and resentment. They compare their position in this world with where they see others. Some they even want what others have. You cannot have it all. Be content in all you have. There is a saying that says, if the grass is greener in someone else's yard, maybe it is time you watered your own. People are moving around feeling unworthy since they are obsessed with the need for approval. Allowing the expectation of others to control your life can result in feeling unworthy. These are people who are extraordinary achievers according to the world definition. Perhaps there are movers and shakers of the economy, famous celebrities who live in the magnificent houses. However, for some of them, what they have is only success, but inside they feel empty and unworthy. Though they may have plenty of money, they are public success. The sad part is that privately they are failures. There are many adult people who are still trying to earn the approval of an unpleasable parent. There are some parents, no matter what you do, you cannot please them. Some people are driven by peer pressure, always concerned by what others might think. According to Warren, there are several keys to success, But one of the key to failure is to try to please everyone. And those who follow the crowd usually get lost in it. Let us look at few keys to combat feelings of self-unworthiness. Put the truth in action. Firstly, identify your problem, the root cause of you feeling unworthy, the root cause of you lacking self-respect. Is it coming from your parents? Is it because of peer pressure? Is it because you need approval? Or obsession with a certain type of lifestyle? Do you suffer self-unworthiness issues because you battle with feeling of belonging, or you suffer fear of being rejected, or you feel abandoned? Any of these thoughts can be poisonous, and combined, they can imprison you in a hellish torrent of deadly garbage. Therefore, renew your mind with the truth. Protect your mind. Be careful of your thoughts. Carefully guard your thoughts, because they are the foundation of your experiences in life. Each kind of bird daily finds what it feeds on. Vultures find lifeless, rotting meat, and doves find fresh leaves. Decide what you want to feed your mind with. Arise and let your light shine. Do you struggle with secret addiction? Could it be gambling? Inconsistent between your intentions and actions? Are you battling with telling lies? Doing all these things to numb your life's pain? Stop hiding and start seeking help. Our secrets, one way or the other, comes out into the light. So there is no need to spend your energy battling secrets. As I conclude, I would love to say, when you look back into your life, you realize that your mission was a big responsibility. It was humiliating. It was heavy. However, it is humbling, and it is an incredible honor to educate others. That is really fulfilling and soul uplifting. It is an opening window for self-forgiveness. In most cases, we regain self-respect and self-worth the moment we forgive ourselves and we learn from our past mistake. And this process, it is also a starting point to forgive others. It is impossible to forgive others before you could forgive yourself. Because in the process of them hurting you, you also played a role somehow, either by trying to defend yourself. Your story tell others how they can stand up again, how they can find strength after they have fainted in spirit, and how they can rewrite the story of their lives. The greatest kindness we can show to anyone is when we allow our painful past educate them and restore them. You do not have to be the prisoner of your past. Your past is past. Nothing will change it. Learn from it and then let it go. Stay empowered and stay blessed.